one sentence, what does your product do?
Well, Solvo reduces excessive permissions in the cloud and creates a least privileged security configuration automatically.
Now, give us your elevator pitch in less than 60 seconds.
Very often we think about identities as the people behind the screen, like where you can see me right now. But very often we forget that every cloud asset that we spin up, be it a Lambda function, a Kubernetes cluster, actually has an identity. And this identity needs permissions or entitlements. The natural workaround is to give it admin permissions. We at Solvo don't want you to spend precious time changing, detecting, analyzing, and creating a new security permission. And this is why we created Solvo, to create and maintain least privileged security configuration, much like an automated Okta for non-human identity.
What is the problem you are solving?
Solvo is taking care of two main problems. One, the more trivial one, is the misconfiguration of cloud permissions. They impose a lot of risk on our cloud accounts. They can lead to data leakage, to account hijack, lots of other fun stuff that we usually want to prevent. So Solvo takes care of these kind of risks. The second thing that we help you solve is the time. Usually we don't have enough time, enough resources, enough team members to take care of these issues. So instead, Solvo does that automatically for you.
How are you solving it?
Solvo prevents misconfiguration issues by analyzing the cloud application, starting early in the pre-production environments, and creating a least privileged security policy based on the unique needs of your specific application.
Why is your solution different from others?
We at Solvo took a different kind of approach to solving the problem of excessive permissions and entitlements. Instead of detecting the misconfiguration, we're actually preventing it from happening. We don't analyze the logs of the post-event time, but instead, by the way, we also don't use a heuristic set of rules to try and look what's wrong. Instead, we analyze the application in its dynamic environment, understand its behavior, and create a new security policy from scratch based on your unique needs. And this is a very dynamic solution so that if your application changes over time, and you usually deploy several times a day, an hour, a week, we can change the security policy as frequently as possible.
What market segment is best suited to use your product or service?
The companies that we at Solvo find as the best fit for our solution are companies that have a cloud native application and that are really leveraging the power of the cloud. It's the kind of company that wants to deploy frequently to production and give its developers the freedom to run fast. It's usually good for companies that look for smart automation tools, that want to deploy the right way and to use the right tools to make better decisions. This is why Solvo is integrating seamlessly with many types of CI/CD tools and many types of architecture environments, so that the cloud security will be a non-issue for all cloud users.
What is the vision for the product or service in the next couple of years?
So today, our focus and our solution is taking care of the entitlement management of the infrastructure. But this is only one piece of the puzzle called cloud security. Our vision is to make everyone free to be in the cloud securely. So cloud security should be a plug and play kind of thing. And this is exactly how we built the platform called Solvo. We understand your application because you wrote it, and we craft and we create all the security layers that are necessary around it so that you will be free to run it on cloud infrastructure.
How do you collaborate with clients in regards to features and design?
We love to hear about the challenges that our customers are facing. We always look at that as some kind of riddle that needs to be solved. This is why we always try to have an open conversation with our partners about their pain points. We want to understand them as good as possible, and then to see how we can leverage Solvo to help them solve the problems that they're experiencing. This is why it's so good to create a platform that is API-based. It's so easy to integrate it with many different kinds of architectures and different applications, so that you can use Solvo to solve different kinds of problems in the world of security for infrastructure.
How did the product or service start? What is the story behind it?
So I founded Solvo with my co-founder, David, who is the CTO of the company. We used to work together in another cloud security company called Dome9. And in Dome9, we got to speak to many organizations and many people working in cloud security, helping them to use Dome9 and be better at cloud security, which was really, really good. But one thing we heard from them is that it's really nice to have a product that shows you what you're doing wrong and where you have security issues. But then when they, open their console, see the alerts and want to start resolving them, they get really anxious about it. They are a little worried that they're not going to know how to solve all the issues, and they have so many critical issues to solve. David and I thought about it, that it's kind of unfortunate that so many companies are creating very, very good products that show us what we're doing wrong, but are not really helping us to reduce that anxiety and to feel more relieved that there is actually a very smart algorithm or system or machine learning that can help you solve your problems. And our vision was to reduce the stress, to show you what is wrong, but to also help you remediate that and prevent that with one click of a button. That's it. This is what we wanted to do. And when we felt like it was the right time for us, we just got up and started our company. And this is how Solvo was born.
How did you get your first paying customer?
Our first paying customer is a fintech company. And as a fintech company that processes millions of transactions every day, they knew they have a lot at stake here, and they have to make sure that not only their infrastructure is resilient and robust and can support these millions of transactions, but it also has to be compliant and secured. Because it's a fintech company, it's a rather new company that was born in the cloud, so they needed to make sure that they allow their developers to run as fast as they want, while their CI/CD processes support that. Not only CI/CD, but also DevSecOps that is going to support that.